Hello friends, this is Vijay Kumar and today's you are here to learn about something new, and today I am going to teach you how you can protect your important data. As I protect important data on my device without spending money on the softwares. There is some companies are asking for the money to protect your data, but I will tell you how you can protect data by yourself without spending the single money. So agenda of this webinar that what is the data protection and what are the more importance data or money, and where should you put your important data. Sometimes you put your data on the desktop or other drive. So how you can where you should put your important data, right? And what are the critical chances of the losses data? What are the circumstances you lost your data? EFS encrypting file system, how it is useful, and how you will take the backups or certificates and how to use it. Some case studies, losing the data and data recovery is possible or not. Then the BitLocker drive encryption free system requirements, turn on BitLocker. I know you know about the turn BitLocker, but I think if you don't know about the how to turn on BitLocker without TPM or what are the BitLocker Go and how to manage a BitLocker, all these things. If you don't know, then this webinar is useful for you and you should continue about that. Here is a free software for the encryption. You have here the name of the VeraCrypt. I think you have heard about the Truecrypt. If you have heard about the Truecrypt, then the VeraCrypt is a latest version of the Truecrypt, reborn of the Truecrypt. Okay, so what are the reasons you should use the VeraCrypt and how you can set up the traveler disk? A traveler disk means the VeraCrypt in your traveler or disk like PENDRIVE. I can create the container, encrypted container, and as well non-system partition. So first thing is that the most question is coming in mind, what is the more important, data or money? I think some people said that bank has a lots of the money. So we are going to discuss about the bank. Here is a bank holders, account holders who have deposited the 10. There is a 10 bank holders, account holders and deposit the money 1,000 each, and the total money has been deposit $10,000 on there. Okay, so what account holders has a data on the passbook, and what bank have? Bank have the $10,000 money and as well data. Okay, but here is a debtor who came to the bank and asked for the $10,000. Okay, in this case there is a lots of the millions of the account holders of the bank and has deposited the millions dollar inside the bank, and there is lots of the debtor who are taking loan from the bank, and bank has only the data. Now if we have taken the example of the 10,000, the bank is collected the money from the account holders and give to the bank debtor the same $10,000. Now bank have $0. Okay, bank has only the data. If the bank has only the data, in the some cases the hacker destroyed this data or they steal this data, then the account holders have data on the passbook, so they will come to the bank and ask for the money back, but account debtor will be disappear. Okay, now bank is completely finished. So you can understand what is the more important, data or money. In this case, what is your important data? It's totally belongs to you and depends on you what is important for you. Sometimes the documents which is belong to your identity is important. Some your bank or office documents may be important. Some documents have the sensitive information like bank detail or username and password, all these things. This is also important for you. If you are a researcher, then the research papers are very important. if you have the private video and images, it's really very important. You can see some celebrity uh, leaks the private videos or the images, and he will lost their image as well, and lots of the things you can understand better. So the storage platform where you can store the data: OneDrive, Google Drive, and a Dropbox. Sorry, OneDrive is a drive where you can store your data, and Google Drive as well. These are the cloud platform, and your data is stored in the cloud platform. And the Dropbox is a similar, but this is the paid, and these are free. So you can use this OneDrive or Google Drive. But the most negative thing is that OneDrive and Google Drive also access the data in your physical computer as well. Your data is stored on the drive as well as is stored in a physical. If someone able to access your physical computer, he will access your data and he will be get into the system. He will get into the system as well. Okay. And another thing is that you can store the data inside the pen drive or inside the pen drive and external drive. But if you have the sensitive information or the data inside the pen drive and you lost the drive and someone bad guy get this drive, he can misuse this data as well. And maybe your friend had the bad intention, can access your pen drive and attach with your computer and copy all the data from your drive. So your drive is in risk as well as external drive. Okay, so if your drive and your data is in risk, so how you can protect this data? So there is some chances to them as storage media is accesses or lost external storage media. I have told you, if someone able to get into your computer and the laptop, he will able to access your data as well. System failure, in this case, if you have put your data on the Google Drive or OneDrive or stored on the cloud, then at the time of the system failure your data will be safe. Okay, so how can we prevent misuse of the lost data? The only single option: encryption of the files. Like if you have the encrypted files in your pen drive and someone will able to access your pen drive, but he will not able to access your data, and your data will not be readable as well. So here is a three options for the encryption. One is the EFS, another is a BITLOCKER, then third party softwares as well. Okay, maybe possible ki the EFS is useful for you, and maybe possible the BitLocker is useful for you. I am going to show you the three options, and which is good and best for you. You will decide that. Okay, so first thing is, what is the encrypting file system? Actually, this is the integrated part with the Windows operating system, which is enables user to protect their files against unauthorized access. If someone able to access your hard disk or the computer, then he will not able to access your data. This feature is exist in Windows XP with 13, Vista 7, 8, 8.1, 10, Windows Server 2012, 2016 as well. In this, your original data is used a key and your data is converted into scrambled data, and then another again, if you want to original data, use this key and your data can be readable. If someone will get this data without this key, he will not get the original data, and that bad guy will not able to access your data, right? So now I am going to show you how you can encrypt the files and folders by the EFS. I know some of you know about the encrypt files and folders, you know about that, but how you can back up the certificate? If you know how you can back up the certificate, then do you know how you can restore this certificate? If you know the restore the certificate, then why you need to restore the certificate? what are the chances, circumstances to restore the certificate key. Okay, so first thing is I am going to show you how you can protect your data. This is the important documents. Just right click on that, and here is a properties. Just click on the properties and then click on the advanced. Here is a option to encrypt the contents to secure the data. Yes, just check this and then click on the OK. And here is a option apply. When you click on the apply, there is a two option. You want to encrypt only this folder. Another option is apply changes to this folder, subfolders and files. Why? When you check on this, all the folders, subfolders and files will be encrypted. Okay, so go for this and then click on the OK. So you can see the one notification is there, backup your files encryption key now. So you can do that now, or you can do that later, but I recommended just click on that and backup your file encryption key. When you click on that, the encrypting file system backup your certificate key wizard is open, but it is saying backup now, it's the recommended. So of course backup now, click on that because it is recommended for us, so we just click on that. As well as you click on that, the certificate export wizard will be start. Just click on the next, and here you need to give the password twice. You know, when you are entering the password, you should follow the strong password policy. In a strong password policy, you use the capital letter, a small letter, and one the symbol and numeric as well. Both passwords should be same. Just click on the next. Here you need to save your file. Just give the file name whatever you like. I am going to give the EFS underscore key, and you can see this is a personal information exchange, means file type is .pfx, personal information exchange. You can browse the location as well. After browsing the location where you want to store, now click on the save, then click on the next and finish. Okay, so you can see the EFS key means your certificate has been exported. If by mistake you did not take the backup of this file, later how you can take this backup, I am going to show you how you can backing up the later. Just open the run, then cart mzr.msc, click on OK, and you can see there is a personal, then the certificate. You can see the Visa 2 user, and this is the certificate for the Visa 2 user. So I am going to export that. Select this user and click on the action, all task, then click on the export. The same export wizard is open there, and you will follow the instruction what I have show you. Okay, I am going to cancel. Remember these things. If you have the different lots of the user, then select the user where which you logged in currently. Okay, so what are the chances to losing your encrypted data? What are the chances if you have encrypted data in your device? Then what are the chances, circumstances to losing your encrypted data? One is the if you have the EFS protected disk and inserted into the different PC, then you will not able to access your data, right? If you are deleted the user or the user profile, you will not able to access your data. In an organization, if your user transferred into the different domain without EFS consideration, then you will not able to access your data. If you reset your password by the system administrator, not by yourself, without EFS consideration, then you will not be able to access your data. If your drive is damaged, corrupted file system, or unbootable operating system, then you will not able to access your data. If you reinstall the Windows and sometime the computer upgrades, you will not able to access your data. If you have formatted the system partition with encrypted files left on the another disk, like there is a D disk, I have saved all encrypted data inside it, but I have formatted the C drive where my Windows operating system is installed, and I have reinstalled the operating system on the computer, then I will not be able to access data stored in a D, right? So these are the circumstances to losing your data. If you uh, try to access this data from the another computer, then you will face a problem. The problem is access denied. Most common problem is that if you have the encrypted file system and trying to access from the another user or the another computer, or after installing the operating system in your computer, then you will face this problem, access denied. Then the solution, of course, everywhere is solution. Solution is that it restore the EFS certificate and key, and you will solve the access denied problem. So I am going to show you a demonstration on that. The same you can see the same problem is there, but you can see the same location is there. Actually what happened, I have logged in with a different, now I have logged in with a different user, and by different user I am going to access this file. So this file is showing the access is denied the problem. Okay, so the problem is access denied is there. Actually now I have the key here. You can see what I have take a backup of this key sometime before in a last video. So in this video I am going to restore this key and I will be able to access the data. How we can restore this key? Just run and open the cert.ngo.msc certificate manager, and then click on the personal, then click on the certificate. You can see here is only one user hacker, but I have encrypted these files by using the Vijay user. Okay, so we need to encrypt the certificate of that user, Vijay user, what you have taken the backup sometime before. Okay, so let us just start. Click on the action, then alt task. In a alt task you will find the import here, click on that, then the import wizard will be open, and just browse the file here. Just click on that browse and go that location where your file is saved. Actually file is saved on this location, but it is not visible. Reason is that here is x.509 certificate. Just just this type of the files are showing here, but I have the file is personal information exchange type of the file, so I am going to select this, or you can select the all files. Okay, so it's totally depends on you. You can see this one. Now select and then click on the open. Okay, when you click on the open, then click on the next, it will ask for the password what we have provided at the time of the certificate export wizard. So the same password we need to use here. So sorry, I am going to import this. Here, enter the password, then click on the next, and yes, personal, then click on the next. Now finish. Import was successfully, and you can see there is two user. One is Vijay, another is hacker. So now I am going to access this file, and this important data is accessible. Now what happened, I have stored two certificates in this user. One is for the hacker, another is Vijay 2. So if the file is encrypted from the hacker, it will be accessible, and I have imported the certification for the Vijay 2 user, and if any file is encrypted with the Vijay 2, will be able to accessible from here. Okay, so overview on BitLocker. Next thing is that from here you have learned what is the encryption, EFS, and how you can back up your certification and how you can restore those certification and you solve the problem of the access denied. Okay, if you forget the certification, taking the backup and all these things, then there is a Alchemsoft EFS data recovery software. You can use that software and you will be able to recovery of your data. Okay, so next thing is that overview on the BitLocker. What are the BitLocker? Actually, we have completed the EFS one section. Another section is BitLocker. Actually, BitLocker is a most protection of your data used way of the trusted platform module, TPM. Actually, TPM is a types of the hardware which is installed in your computer. I know you want to know more about the TPM, and BitLocker also inbuilt in a Windows operating system. You don't need to install the third-party software. You just use the BitLocker utility exist in your Windows operating system. TPM, I will talk later about the TPM. So first, the system requirements for the drive for the BitLocker. Your PC hard drive must be partitioned formatted with the NTFS file system. If you have formatted with the FAT or the other file system, then the BitLocker only support the NTFS file system. Okay, and this drive must not be encrypted by other operating system or another encrypted software. Your computer must have the TPM 1.2 or later. If you don't have, then also you can enable the enable the BitLocker without TPM chip 2. A computer with the TPM must have TCG Trusted Computing Group complaint in a BIOS, and your computer must be connected with the uninterrupted power supply throughout, because in an entire process, if your power supply interrupted or this entire process will be interrupted, your data will be lost and maybe possible your drive will be damaged. Okay, can be damaged. So first thing is how you can check your computer is supports TPM chip or not. Just press the Windows R to open the run and type the tpm.msc, and if you find this compatible TPM cannot be found, it means your computer doesn't have a TPM chip. Or maybe possible कि your computer has a TPM chip but it is the turned off from the BIOS. I have the TPM chip but I have turned off on my computer by the BIOS, so I am facing this message. I am getting this message. Okay, the another way is that if you get this message TPM management on local computer, it means your computer has a TPM chip and your computer is eligible to enable the BitLocker. You can also check for the TPM chip from the device manager. To check the device, open the device manager, just press the Windows key plus R, to run, then X, then you will find out the menu, then click on the device manager. In a device manager, if the trusted platform modules is existed there, it means your computer supports the TPM. So now enable the BitLocker and make your drive password protected. If you make your drive is password protected, how? This is the demonstration for this. Okay. So this is just press the Windows X and click on the control panel, and in a control panel go on the system and security. Here is a option for the BitLocker drive encryption. Just click on that, and here is a drives, okay, C, D and E, and you can see this is the BitLocker is off. So if you want to do on, just click on that and the BitLocker will be on. First thing is you need to use the password to protect this drive, because you are going to protect your drive with the password. So at the time of the entering password, you should follow the strong password policy that the uppercase, lowercase letter, numbers, spaces and symbols should be included in a password. Okay, after doing that, just click on the next, and it will ask to recovery key. You should back up your recovery key. Oh, of course, recovery key is really very important, as you have seen in EFS. So just your recovery key has been saved. Now click on next. Encrypted used, disk space only. Just select new encryption mode. It is based, and click on the start encrypting, and encryption will be started. It's totally depends, it will take a time, depends on the size of your drive and size of the stored data inside the drive. Okay, so encryption is completed. Okay, now you can see the lock over your drive. It means your drive is protected. Every time when you reboot your computer, it will, when you will try to unlock this drive, it will ask for the username and password. But the most important thing is that the big question is that this is the internal drive. But if you want to lock your external drive like pen drive or the flash drive, then what are the reason? What are the possibilities? There you can see the enable BitLocker to go for the external drive or the pen drive. Okay, if you want to lock your pen drive, then you should go for the BitLocker to go. How you can do that? The similar as action, when you open this BitLocker drive encryption from the control panel, then you will see the removable data drive BitLocker go. If your drive is not connected, your pen drive is not connected, you will not see this option. After connecting your drive, you will see this option. Just click on the turn on BitLocker and follow the steps, and your external drive will be password protected. Okay, now next is quick access to manage the BitLocker. Yes, right click on your BitLocker drive, encrypted drive, and click on the manage BitLocker. When you click on the manage BitLocker, you will find lots of the options related to the BitLocker. What are the options? If you forgot to take the backup of your recovery key, you can do from that. Just click on that and back up the recovery key. If you want to change password, if you want to remove the password, this option for the change password, remove the password. Turn on auto unlock is a feature. When your computer will be start, your encrypted drive will be auto unlock. Okay, so turn off the BitLocker. If you don't want to BitLocker anymore in your device, you can turn off from, click on there and follow the simplest steps. Okay, you can do that. So there is a two has been completed. One was a encryption and another EFS encrypting file system. Another is BitLocker. Here is another third-party software that is called VeraCrypt. Actually, VeraCrypt is available for the Windows, Linux, Mac as well. So you can install where you want to install. Okay. So why should you use the VeraCrypt? There is some key features. The cold boot attacks. If someone want to try to access your computer via live boot or something else, then he will not able to get your key or get your encrypted password. No backdoor access, complete security. TrueCrypt, what I have told you sometime before, TrueCrypt is a old software. Now VeraCrypt is a reborn of the TrueCrypt. This is the fixes some security issues which was in a TrueCrypt. You can create the hidden container partition operating system as well. Support security, token and smart cards. On-fly encrypted volumes means uh, there is a encrypted volume and you copy some data in this encrypted volume, it will be encrypted in a processor. You don't need to do anything else. Okay, this is called on the fly encryption. Prevent the data leaks as well as data theft. So first thing is where should you download VeraCrypt? Search on the Google, then there is a trusted platform VeraCrypt. This is the official website, of course download from that. Or sourceforce.net also is a trusted platform where you can download, but after downloading you should check the signature, digital signature. You must check the digital signature before installing VeraCrypt on your computer. Okay, so how you can install? Equip your Windows with the advanced encryption software. This is the VeraCrypt. Okay, so install on your Windows. All right. So double click on VeraCrypt setup and the installation wizard is start. Just accept the license and terms condition. Just click on the next. After select the install. Extract we will discuss about that later. Then select the location and click on the install. So it will take very little time to the installation, and it has been finished. If you want to support the VeraCrypt, because this is a free, you can donate from here. Just click on the donate now and donate something, whatever, $1, $2, whatever you want, you can donate for this. Otherwise, finish, click on the no. And the next option is portable installation. In a portable installation option, you don't need to install in your computer. You can just extract the files in a particular folder on the location. Okay, so just click on the installation files, double click on that, then accept the license, then click next and extract. In the extract, all the files will be extracted without installation. Okay, so read all these uh, read all these very carefully, because you will learn lots of the things with this notification. Then click on the yes. If you want to change the location, I am going to extract on the desktop, then VeraCrypt. If you want to change the location, you can. If you don't want to change the location, just click on the extract and the file extraction will be started. It will take a very few times. Yes, it's done. Just click on OK and finish. This is the files folders where all the files are extracted. You can see this is the file. Click on this and VeraCrypt will be start without installation on this computer. Okay, so this is the portable mode what I have shown you. So if you want to in your pen drive, just copy the extracted files in a pen drive, and all the VeraCrypt will be work. Okay, so if you want a VeraCrypt in your pen drive, just copy all the extracted files in a pen drive. Now you can use this with another computer. Okay, just connect another computer, and you don't need to install VeraCrypt on that computer. Okay, if you don't want to copy these files, there is another one option. Traveler disk setup is exist in a VeraCrypt. Just start a VeraCrypt you have installed on your computer. After starting the VeraCrypt, you just click on the tools, then click on the traveler disk setup. Okay, when you click on the traveler disk setup, here is a traveler disk. Just click on the browse and select your disk, external disk, and you can configure the auto run also, but auto run files are blocked by the 7, 8, 8.1 and Windows 10 as well. So I recommended do nothing, use this option, then click on the create, and after some time you will find the traveler disk setup will be finished, and all the required files will be copied in a VeraCrypt folder inside drive G. Okay, you can see this. So if you have installed the VeraCrypt on your computer, or if you have the traveler disk of the VeraCrypt, then how you can use this VeraCrypt properly, or how you can create a container, and how this container is useful for you, and how it will store your data. So this is the demonstration video of this. I'm going to play this. Just start the VeraCrypt, then click on the create volume. Okay, first we are going to create a volume here. Just VeraCrypt volume creation wizard is a start. Select the create and encrypted file in container, then click on the next. Standard VeraCrypt volume, actually you can create the hidden VeraCrypt as well, but if you are new, so I know new person, so I will recommend to standard VeraCrypt volume is good. Then click on the next. After the selection, here you need to create a container where you want to store the data. Just select the location. I am going to store in a D, and give the file name, container name. I am going to give the container is important data. Okay, now click on the save, and you can see your file will be stored there, this location. Then click on the next, and here is a encryption algorithm as well as hash algorithm. If you don't know the don't have the deep understanding about the encryption algorithm or the hash algorithm, then leave it by default and click on the next. Okay, here is a option KB, MB, GB or TV. I am going to give the 2 GB space, and here you can see the total space, free space is exist in your drive. You can create the container of this size as well. So select the size, and then click on the next, and here you need to enter the password, and your password should follow the strong password policy. I have created a strong password, that when I will click on the next, it will show the message key my password consists more than 20 characters. Of course, so tell him, are you sure want to use a short password? If yes, oh, of course I am good with this password. So click on yes, and then you need to recommend to move your mouse over there, so your randomness collected from the mouse movements, and it is going to move your mouse over there until it will get the green, or you can move the mouse when it will be full. And after completing this, you can click on the format, and it will take time. It depends on the size of your container. The my container size is 2 GB, so it will take the 17 seconds are left. Okay, so your volume has been created successfully. Volume created. Now you can click on the exit to exit this wizard. And if you want to see, just go that location where you have saved your file. So I'm going to D, inside a D, and here is a your important data. If I want to open this, and this is not accessible, and it will not open, but the size of this important data is 2 GB. Okay, so how you can use this? First, select the file, your container. This is the container important data. Then open and select the drive later, whatever you want you can select. It's totally depends on you. Then click on the mount, and here you need to enter the password what you have set sometime before. Then click on OK, and it will take very little time to mount this important data container on a drive letter M. And yes, you can see your important data is mounted as well. So if you open this PC, then you can see the M drive is there, and you can open this and you can create the files inside that. You can copy the files inside that. All things after your work will finish, you can just click on the dismount, and this mounting is removed. Okay, so when you open the D and there is no more M exist, so if someone open the D, then inside the D you will find the important data container just only. That's it. Okay, so it was how you can create a container, how you can mount that container and dismount that container. The same things can be done on with the non-system partition. There is a very little bit different, so you can see by yourself. Now create the volume and select this option, encrypt non-system partition drive, then click on the next. Standard volume VeraCrypt, and then click on the next. Here you need to select the device. Here are all your devices. So select the device where you want to encrypt. Just click on the OK. After selecting the device, your device is there, and then click on the next and create a volume and format it, of course. Then click on the next, and here is the same options. Then click on the next. You don't need to provide the size because it will take the complete size. Provide the password, what we have done sometime before. Okay, similar position, just click on the next, and yes. So do you want to larger size than 4 GB? Just do the same process here. When it will be green, then click on the format. Yes. After the formatting you will lose the data. I know. Click on yes, and it will depends on the size of that. Read this carefully, then click on OK, and also OK. Now your volume is created. Now exit. If you want to mount, first select device. Okay, then click on mount. I am going to mount on M, then enter the password as well. It's take a very little time. You can see the M drive is there, and this is another drive. M is there, and I can open this and I can use this. So dismount, and the backdrop is that there is a encrypted file, and if someone click on this file and someone try to access this file, it will show the formatted disk. So if someone click on the formatted disk, then the disk will be formatted and all your data has gone. So this is the backdrop. I think BitLocker, if you are going for the drive encryption, then BitLocker Go is better. If you think if you will create the hidden encryption or the hidden volume container, then hidden container inside a container. First you will create a container by using the encrypt VeraCrypt, then inside the VeraCrypt encryption you can create the hidden container. Okay, so encrypt the system partition. If you want to encrypt the whole system partition or the whole operating system, do it by yourself. It is very easily after looking at. Okay, so if you have any question, you can write down in a comment box as well. I will give you an answer, or you can join on my form, and also you can write me your query on the feedback@cyberpratibha.com. Thanks for watching.